Hi everyone, it's Miss Cohen here. I look forward to an amazing semester, and I'm sure that we'll get a lot of chances to laugh at my attempts to make videos and use amazing technology. This first video, I'm going to attempt to show you what is expected when you do your Deltamath account assignments, as far as showing work on the paper. And then after each Deltamath assignment, you're going to take pictures of the paper and upload them into Google Classroom. Today's Deltamath assignment is considered 1.1. The reason that it's considered 1.1 is because it's the first week of the first week. Already want to start over. Of our semester. So that is why up here in the corner, and I'm using new tools here, let's see. Up here in the corner, it says 1.1 and also the date that this one is assigned on. That's going to be pretty important moving forward, especially if you ever have to miss class. Top right corner, I need your full name. First and last full name. Very difficult for me to upkeep my records with so many students online when you abbreviate either part. No abbreviations, please. First name, entire last name. I need to know what period you're in, either period 2 or period 4 Algebra 2 class. And again, this stands for week 1, day 1, which happens to be August 26th. After you get into your Deltamath account, you are going to see something similar to this today. And the very first topic we're going to work on, just to get you refreshed back into the groove, is solving two-step equations. So on your paper, what I'm going to want you to put is the first section. Try that. First section is called, where's the name? Two-step equations. And I'm using new tools to write with. It's kind of fun. So I apologize, it's a little messy. And the first problem that I need to work in the Deltamath, good spot for the picture here, is 14 is equal to negative 2s minus 8. So what I want you to do is have first problem, problem number 1, and I want you to copy down the problem almost every single time. There's very few times where I think it's appropriate to leave that off, because then if you do miss this question, I might be able to help you with it. And that's what's going to be the key to succeeding, is figuring out how to communicate via paper and Google Meets so that you guys can succeed this semester. The letters over here on the right side of my equal sign, and some teachers even said, make a line straight down. If the letter's over here and they're subtracting 8, I need to add 8 to both sides and do this arithmetic for the total on the left side. And when I total over here on the right side, these 8s create a 0. So negative 2s plus 0, negative 2s. And then the letters on the right side, and I'm going to have to, they're multiplying by negative 2. So the inverse operation is divide by negative 2. Do the arithmetic on the left, equal sign in the middle. This makes 1 times the letter s. Over here in Deltamath, I'm going to enter my answer, negative 11. Now, if I make a mistake and enter, let's say I enter positive 11 on accident, it's going to ask me if I really meant that. And your answer is not correct. Try to find your mistake. And sometimes it's frustrating because it might just have been a typing mistake where you thought that you hit the negative sign and did not. So we're going to get to be very careful learners here. Negative 11 is the correct answer. Now, either way, if you get the answer correct or wrong, it is going to show you the correct steps. So if you were to get it wrong on even your second attempt, then you would be copying these steps onto your paper over here. And then just put a little signal to me, the teacher, either NH for need help with this kind of problem, or UN for understand it now. Now it was correct. So after that, you could go on to the next problem. This record keeping type thing up here is helpful. You need to get 3 correct in this section to get full credit. Now, if you miss one, remember, copy down the correct way to work it. Little things like saying, oh, I see my mistake was that I was supposed to add 8 and I, over on my paper, subtracted 8, will end up getting you some extra credit or bonus points along the way. So the more careful and thorough you are about your corrections, how neat you make your paper, etc., it's going to help you out. Also helps me when I have to try and help the large group. So you would hit next problem, try to get another one right. Next problem, try and get another one right. If you miss one, you would have to do 4 to get 3 right. If you keep missing them, you might have to do 5 or 6 in this category until you start understanding or reach out for help so that I can help you get those right. Okay, let's get an example of this kind. After you get at least 3 correct in that first category, then you're going to hit the back button and hit the second section. The second section is titled Linear Equations with Distributive Level 1. Try not to abbreviate too much. I'm just learning how to write with this new tool, so I'm going to do a little more abbreviating. Level 1. And the first question that they're giving me is 9 parentheses y minus 5. Oh, good Lord. Equals -9. Refresher, you have to multiply 9 times y. And then also 9 times -5 and write the result. And then finish this question by doing inverse operations. Okay. And I don't want this video to take too long. So you total the left side and then do this arithmetic. Then you're going to divide both sides by 9 and insert the correct answer. Again, over here in Deltamath, notice I selected, that's teacher choice. It won't always be 3. But today, I would like for you to, see if this works too. Whoa, that's cool. Look here to see how many correct problems you need for each section. After you finally get 3 correct, hopefully that's your first 3 tries, then you're going to hit the back button. Arrow. When you hit the back button, you're going to move on to section 3. Section 3 happens to be called linear equations with distribution level 2. All right. So on your piece of paper, level 3 now, section 3. So here I want you to write the title. And I did want to work at least one example of these for you to see, since it's been quite a long time since you guys have been expected to do any math. 5, and then 4x minus 5 is in parentheses, plus 3x minus the 1 equal the 20. Okay, I'm going to have to distribute. So 5 times 4x is 20x, and then 5 times -5, -25. Only distribute the 5 to the things inside the parentheses. So I'll bring my plus 3x and my minus 1 down. Now, these are on the same side of the problem. I don't know why it's doing that. So when there are two like terms on the same side of your equal sign, you combine like terms. So 20x, add on 3x for 23x's over here on the left. Now these regular numbers or constants go together. Negative 25, take away 1 is negative 26. That's called simplifying the left-hand side. Now I'm going to be doing inverse operations. Inverse of subtraction is adding. Adding 26 both sides. Now, not showing steps in this manner means that I'm not going to be giving you full credit. That can be frustrating for many students, but I picked out somewhat of review assignment to make it where I hope this math is not super difficult for you. And the expectation, since the math isn't something new, that you will take your time and structure the way is needed. Okay, I believe my answer is 2. And again, you go here, type it in the box, submit your answer, hope that it's right. You get one chance to correct it if it's not. Okay, quick reminder again. If you miss the question, you are expected to copy down this stuff from Deltamath onto your paper. So your work is shown, and then how Deltamath did it, and then the signal, understand now, UN, or NH for need help with those. All right, I also was hoping to show you this topic, three-step linear equations. And the reason why is because these are different. The one up here, the letters 20x, 3x were on the same side of the equation. And if you look really carefully at this Deltamath question, the letters are on different sides. So let's get that paper. Okay, one more time. To stay super organized is going to help you. And it's also going to benefit you grade-wise. And because these are a little bit easier, I forgot, you got to put the title here of this section. So right in this way, three-step linear equations there. All right, now the question they gave me was 7x minus 7 equals 3x minus 23. Okay, when there's letters on left side and right side of your problem, I'd recommend picking the smaller amount. 3 x's is fewer than 7 x's. And then removing 3 x's from both sides. Notice that I wrote it under the 7x. So these are matching or like terms. So over here now we have 4 x's with our minus 7. No x's over on this side, but be very careful of that negative 23. That was a minus sign, comes down here. Now we call it a negative sign. All right, and then finish this question. Add 7 both sides, divide by 4, type it in. If you miss it, don't forget that you're going to copy down. I'm going to miss it. I don't know. Could I possibly guess right? Saying, okay. And if you miss it, you copy down how they did the problem. And notice they even did it a little differently than I did. They added 7 to both sides and then took away 3 x's both sides. But this will also get you the same answer as what I was doing over here. All right, so this category, I was requiring 4 correct because this is going to be very, very helpful before the next lesson. So I'm going to say I missed this one over here and show an example. I'm going to put the correct way to work it, which I can copy down from the Deltamath site. which they said add 7 both sides. And get this, and then subtract 3x's both sides. Okay, if I completely understand all of these steps that I'm writing right here, then you put the letters UN. If there's still, like you copied it down, but you still would like some help with that, then what I'm hoping you're gonna do, make it stand out best you can. I'm sorry, NH. Let me do that again. NH, and then make it stand out a little bit. And if you happen to have a highlighter, even highlight the NH. Need help on this kind of problem, okay? Now, technically, you could try another one or two, or three or four. If you keep getting them wrong, that's when you're supposed to be reaching out for help. You could also just kind of leave some space here, and I guess Friday during office hours, we can revisit this section. So it'll tell you that you have not quite 100% on the assignment for a little while. But then if you come to office hours, we could fill those in right there. And then the assignment would be able to get up to 100% credit still. Okay, let me see what else is assigned right here. Graphing lines from equations. This little symbol means I assigned a video that you have to watch. It's not optional. Repetition is very important in mathematics. So even if you are really sure you know how to graph lines, because you have an amazing memory, that's great. But if it's assigned in Deltamath, you are to do it. So I'm happy if you know it. That should make it even easier that you don't get to skip it. So graphing lines from equations, and then please put video. And what you're going to do when you watch the video is write down the examples from the video in your notes. I have to click on it with that. So I think it'll work. Oh, there we go. Okay, so he's gonna, the Deltamath instructor is gonna walk you through how to graph this line, y equal 1/3 x plus 4, via plotting a few points, and then refresh your memory about slope y-intercept. And you're gonna write down the examples that he shows, which is more than just that one example, in this space right here for section 4. You get credit for watching the video by writing the examples down that he put. And he teaches it very, very similar to the way that I do, so it will match up super nice with what I show you in class. Okay, so required, copy down all the examples. And the other thing is, I want to make sure you guys know, in almost every section, there's this thing called watch help video here. So even if I don't assign the video, if you watch how he teaches the math work for this problem, most likely you're going to understand it. He does a really nice job. Last thing I'm going to show you, this very last topic is going to be considered topic 5, so section 5, and put your title here. Graphing equations, if it's already y equal -1/2 x plus 1, you don't really need to write any steps out. So what I'm going to ask you to do for that is at +1, click at the y-intercept, and then you'll see in his video as well a negative slope. We're encouraging you to go down 1 and right 2, down 1 from this y-intercept and to the right 2, and then click there, and you have graphed your line. So what do I want on your paper? Go ahead and put something like not applicable, NA for not applicable, or no work to show. Or you could even go a little extra here and say the question and then say check mark for correct or happy face, something like that, or a star, so that when I grade your paper, can't make a star, um, I understand that there's nothing to show in that section by looking at that question and thinking to myself, yeah, probably they just did it in their head or on the graph. Okay, so notice submit answer. And this category, I want you to graph 5 of them, but it also teaches you via words right here. Start with y-intercept at 1, slope -1/2 means go down 1/2 from that y-intercept. So I went down 1/2. He went this direction, which also works. Hopefully these directions are super clear because I am very picky about not giving full credit unless you're very structured on a piece of paper and are able to upload that to Google Classroom on the given date. I hope you guys have a great evening.